So good evening, dear children. Can you please give me a thumbs up if my voice is audible to you guys?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
That's great. So, dear children, my name is Jitin Abraham, and I'll be taking today's class for you. Just few things I would like to inform you guys before starting the class. While I'm taking class, when I'll be explaining, I will request you to kindly not interrupt me. That is for the sake of the other students. What happens, sometimes when I'm explaining something, when somebody interrupts me, the explanation, you know, gets stopped halfway, is interrupted halfway, which the other students may find difficult to understand because of that interruption. So, for everyone's sake, if any doubt you have of if or if anything you would like to share when I'm teaching, you please use the chat box because after teaching every question, I do check the chat box whether there is a message for me or not. So you can directly drop a message, no problem. And while I'm solving, some of you might have already figured out the answer. So in that case also, you please use the chat box. Type your answer in the chat box so that I will come to know that you have got the answer. At the same time, it will not disturb the other children as well. So with these methods, we can easily, sorry, we can continue the class easily. Okay. So I'm so sorry. My throat is not in a good condition. Hence, so let's start with the paper. Today we'll be solving this paper. The chapters covered in this paper are ratio and proportion, percentage, profit and loss, simple and compound interest. The compound interest on a certain sum. The first question I'm reading for you guys. The compound interest on a certain sum uh, for 2 years at 20% per annum is 1540. The simple interest on the same sum for double the time at half rate percent per annum is how much? So first of all, see, they have mentioned there is some amount. Okay. So let me call that amount as principal amount, P. And there is a tenure. Okay. There is a time frame which they have given, which can be said as T. The rate of interest is given as 20% per annum. So T is equal to 2 and rate of interest is 20% per annum. The simple interest for the same sum. So in case of here also the principal is P, here also the principal is P. The sum is same, but the time is double. So in this case, the time in this case is 4. Okay. So previously it was 2 and now it is 4. And the rate of interest is half. So previously it was 20, now it is 10%. So the simple interest would be how much? I'm so sorry. That's what they're asking. Simple interest would be how much? Now, before I solve this question, I would like to give you, since this is the first question, I sometimes do this. I would like to give you guys a chance. I want you guys to solve this and give me an answer. I will definitely solve, but after I receive some answers from you, right? I will request do not use the microphone to give me the answer. Please use the chat box so that the others can also give a try. I'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes and then I'll be solving this. Just for the starter, I'll just give the formula connected to compound interest. The compound interest formula is basically the total amount, or maybe I shall say the compound interest formula is, I'll call it as CI. It's basically principal multiplied by rate of interest. Uh, in this case, divided by 1 because the rate of interest is calculated per annum. Okay. And raised to number of years, how much ever in this case it is T. Okay. So PR raised to T is simple interest, sorry, compound interest. And the formula for simple interest, you know very well. So by the way, divided by 100 because it is rate of interest, right? Just in case if you guys don't remember the formula for simple interest, I'll give it to you over here. I'm so sorry. Give it to you over here itself. So the simple interest formula is PRT upon 100. So let me solve this for you now. So basically, they have given compound interest value and simple interest value, right? So let me do one thing. Let me solve. Uh, I'll just move this formula a bit below so that I can write something over here. Yep. So here it is. So the compound interest value they have given as 1,514 is equal to P. We don't know what is P, but we know what is R. R is basically 20. I'm so sorry. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm so sorry. By the way, while I was focusing on my throat issue, I actually made a silly mistake. So the compound interest is actually P in the bracket 1 minus, sorry, 1 plus rate of interest upon 1 in this case raised to, okay, in this case, 100 raised to T minus P. This is the formula. Okay. So here, this is the compound interest. I'll do one thing. I'll take P common. So after taking P common, I'll be left with 1 plus the R's value is 20 in this case, 20 upon 100 raised to 2 minus, I'll take, since I've taken P common, I'll be left with 1 over here. Okay. This is the value of compound interest. And I'll do one thing. I'll substitute the value of P with the help of simple interest. Okay. So how to do that? It's pretty simple. So uh, in this, or maybe I'll calculate the value of P. Okay, either or I can do that. So 1540 is equal to P in the bracket. So 20 upon 100 is basically 1 by 5, as you guys know. 1 plus 1 by 5 is 6 upon 5. As you know, there is a square over here because the time was 2 square minus 1. Okay, when I solve this, I get the answer. I'm not going to find the answer per se. I'm just going to find a factor over here. So the 6 square is 36, 5 square is 25. I take LCM. See, I'm doing some shortcut in the calculation so that we can save some time. So 36 minus 25 is 11 upon 25. So this is the fraction which we are going to get after solving, right? So from here, I find P is equal to 25 multiplied by 1540 divided by 11. So I'm not going to solve this because I'm going to use it in some other calculation. Okay, this I know. I'm just marking it. Okay. Now, I'll be using the formula for simple interest now. Simple interest is simply PR t upon 100 in this case. Okay. And P's value, we don't know P's value, but we know we have a substitution for P's value. So I'll substitute that value over here. So simple interest will be equal to, instead of P, I'll be writing 25 multiplied by 1540 divided by 11. This is P's value multiplied by R's value. In case of simple interest, they have said the R is basically 10 multiplied by T's value. T is how much? T is double. So T is equal to 4 instead of 2. And there is a divided by 100 over here. So now let's do basic cancellations, dear children. So uh, 25 multiplied by 4 gets cancelled with 100 because 25 multiplied by 4 is 100 and 100 and 100, they gets cancelled with each other. And we are left with 154. But I'm just simplifying the numbers. It's 154 multiplied by 2 zeros means multiplied by 100 divided by 11. 154 divided by 11 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. 14s are it. So when you cancel them, you will get 14. 11 ones are, 11 14s are. So 14 double zero. 100 ka double zero you will use it. So simple interest value is 1400. Hence your answer is 1400 in this case. So after solving a question, I generally wait for a minute so that children can write them down or maybe understand them or maybe ask if they are having any doubt. Okay, let's proceed further. I'm erasing this. So the second question says the difference between CI and SI on a certain sum at 8% for 2 years is 41.6. Find the sum. So we know the formula for CI. Okay, CI is basically P in the bracket 1 plus R raised to T. Okay, upon 100 obviously minus P. Okay, and SI is P R T upon 100. Now, when I subtract them, so when I subtract them, the rate of interest is same, right? Mm, yep, the rate of interest is same. So CI minus SI. So when I try to subtract them, it becomes a very complicated stuff. So instead of complicating things, I'll just give you a simple technique also. So when I so when I subtract them, obviously, I'll first give you the complicated formula and then I'll give you a simplified formula. Both I'll give you. Okay. So what I'm going to get is I take P common outside. I get 1 plus R upon 100 minus, how many years, by the way? 2 years, right? Yeah. Raised to 2 minus, raised to t, by the way, sorry. Raised to t minus p, minus 1, and then again minus r t upon 100. So this is a complicated formula which we're getting, okay, out of it. So I'll give you a very simplified formula. The difference between Ci and Si can be written as P multiplied by R square, because there are two R's, okay, or maybe, yeah, R square divided by 100 raised to 3, actually 2, wait, actually 1, 2, R square and R, sorry, PR upon 100 raised to 2, then in the bracket 200 plus R. So this can be a simplified formula with the help of which you can find the difference between compound interest and simple interest. Mm. So with the help of this formula, you can kindly
Excuse me,
answer.
sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. So I was going to ask that what if in paper we get SI minus CI? We can
Okay.
apply the same formula or
SI, SI minus CI, they will never ask because CI is always greater than SI.
oh yes,
Am I
sir.
correct?
Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So just give me a minute. I'm just confirming the shortcut formula. Just give me a minute. Trying to recollect something so that I can confirm the shortcut formula. In 1 minute, I'll be confirming that. R square. Actually, this formula was for 3 years. Wait, uh, I'm sincerely sorry. Uh, for 3 years, this formula was pretty complicated, but for 2 years, the formula is really simple. The formula goes like this. Difference between Ci and Si is always P multiplied by R square upon 100 square. That's it. There is no need of that formula, that bracket and all. Yeah, that's it. So this is the formula. If the if the tenure is 2 years, so for t is equal to 2 years. With your grade and all, generally they ask t is equal to 2 years only. But for your sake, I'll do one thing. I'll give you one more formula. When t is equal to 3 years, in that case, what formula to be used? I'll give you that also. You can just write it down for your own sake, so that you can use them later. I'll give you a simplified format for the difference. It's nothing but 3p r square upon 100 square plus p r upon 100 cube. Okay, this is a formula which you can use. Anyway, so this is for t is equal to 3 years. This is for t is equal to 2 years. In this case, they have asked us to, they have given us t is equal to 2 years. So what I can do is directly start solving with this. So the difference is 41.6 as what they have given. 41.6 is equal to P. We don't know P. We will have to find P multiplied by R. What is R? 8. 8 square is 64 in this case upon 100 square. I'll simply write it as 10 raised to 4 for now. So from here I get, sorry, from here I get the value of principal as, so principal is equal to 41.6. I'll do one thing. This is 10 raised to 4, which I'm going to multiply it over here, multiplied by 10 raised to 4, divided by 64. So this is the value of principal amount. But what they're asking is basically the sum. Find the sum. So how do we How do we find the sum? In this case, would anyone, I'll just give 1 minute for you guys to think on it, or maybe 10 seconds for you guys to think on it, and then I'll give you the formula. $6,500. Okay. You've got the sum as
Sir, it's
6,500.
6,500.
Okay. So may I know how did you get that?
Sir, 6,500.
Yes. Would you like to share how did you get that?
Sir, by finding the value of P.
Okay, you basically found the value of P and you found the CI separately and SI separately. Did you do like that?
No, sir, I wrote the value of P as the answer.
Uh, but that is not what they're asking, right? They're asking for the sum of CI and SI, right? They're asking
No,
for
sir, I
something
think
else.
they are asking the principal. They are asking for
Sir,
principal.
usually sum means principal only. That's why.
Oh, yeah, I
Yes,
misread
sir.
the
I think
question.
the answer is 6,500 only, sir.
I'm
Most
sincerely
of the
sorry, my dear
times,
children.
because in most of the times instead of principal, they give sums also
Yeah,
as
I misread the
principal only.
question.
Sum to mean
Oh,
more money. That's how.
yes, sir.
I'm sincerely sorry, I misread the question. After reading the word difference, I thought they are asking for the sum of CI and SI. Yes, dear children, you're absolutely correct. Sum has an alternative meaning that is principal amount. Yes, my mistake. I'm sincerely sorry for that. So yes, in that case, the answer is 6,500, which is absolutely correct. Very good. That is option 2. So I'll just write the answer keys for you guys so that I can share it with you guys after the class. If by chance, if anyone has missed noting any answers, it will be helpful for them. First cup, fourth one, second cup, first one. Okay, proceeding to the next question, dear children. The next question, difference between the compound interest and simple interest earned on an amount of 18,000. So in this case, they have given the principal at some rate of interest. So rate of interest is not given. In 2 years is 405. What was the rate of interest? So let us recollect the shortcut formula which I've given you for 2 years. The difference between CI and SI will always be PR square upon 100 square. Okay. So let's start with that. CI minus SI is given as PR square upon 100 square. In this case, the difference is given as 405. So I'll write 405 over here. The sum they have given as 18,000. 18 and 3 zeros, and I have R square. And in the denominator, I'll write 100 square, which is 10,000, out of which I'm going to cancel 3 zeros straight away. Okay. And then I'm going to solve and find the answer. So R square is gonna be 4050 divided by 18. So let's see if we can find the perfect square over here. 405. 405 is 3 table. So 3 के table से तो जाएगा ये. So 3 6s are 300s are and 7.
Sir, maybe we could
Sorry.
divide by 2.
2. Okay, fine.
Sir, I
Let's
got
do.
the answer, sir. It's none of these.
You got the answer. Very good. Don't say it out. You just give your answer in the chat box so that the other students can also try it out, right? Oh, we cannot divide it by 2 because I need that 0. Let's do one thing. Let's divide it by 3. It should go with 3 actually. Just thinking 405. It's 135. Yes. 405. Yeah, 135. So divided by 6 then. So in this case, 135. No, it goes in the decimal value. Yeah.
Sir, after dividing it completely to 225 is the answer, R square.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So it's 15 square. So
225. Yes. Because when I cancel over here, I get 3, I get 5 over here. And in 3's table, this goes as 135 divided by 3 comes as 45. So ultimately, I get 45 multiplied by 5. That is R square. 45 multiplied by 5 can be written as, okay, I'll just break it. Okay, there are two methods. Either you can simply write it as 225, or you can do one thing. 45 can be broken as 15 into 3 multiplied by 5, and 3 into 5 can also be written as 15. So it's basically 15 into 15, which is R square. Therefore, R is nothing but 15. So your answer is 15%, which means in this case, it is none of these.
Excuse me, sir, I had a doubt.
Yes, please.
In these formulas, where are time used? Time isn't used in any of these formulas.
In this case, the time is 2 years, and the formula which I've given is a shortcut formula which is applicable only for 2 years. In the previous sum, I have given you 2 formula. One is for 2 years and the other one is for 3 years.
Oh, sir.
So this one was for
Okay,
2 years.
understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's go for the next question, dear children. What is the ratio between 15 decimeter and 15 decameter? Okay, before I say something, what is the relation? What is a decameter or what is a decimeter? I'll give you 30 seconds time. You write it in the chat box. Either you say what is a decimeter or you say what is a decameter. Either or. Don't have to say both. Very good. I've got 2 responses and both of them are correct. So basically, I'll call this decimeter as D and I'll call this decameter as DA. Okay. So 15 decameter is basically 15. Deca stands for 10. Okay. So 10 meters combined to form 1 decameter. So 15 decameter is nothing but 15 multiplied by 10. That is 150 meter. And similarly, 15 decimeter is basically, deci stands for divide by 10. So that gives you 15 divided by 10 meter. Now let's find the ratio. We'll have to find the ratio of 15 decimeter upon 15 decameter. So first of all, I'll write 15 decimeter as 15 upon 10 upon means I'll have to write in the denominator itself. 15 decameter is nothing but 15 again. 15 multiplied by 10. So all I have to do is cancel 15 and 15. I'll be left with 1 upon 100. That is my answer. Your answer is option 4. You know, after solving the questions, when I see the chat box, I'm really happy that many of the children, they are giving the answers correctly. I'm really proud of you guys. Okay, let's go for the next question, dear children. That is question number 5. This is actually question number 5. The cost price of 19 article is equal to the selling price of 16 article. The gain percent is how much? I'm sorry. So the gain percent of the percent is what they're asking. So the profit percent is what they're asking is basically profit upon the cost price multiplied by 100 is what they're asking. So cost price of one article, let me call it a CP, okay, of one article is CP, selling price of one article is SP, okay. So cost price of 19 article is equal to selling price of 16 article. So they have given a ratio. Indirectly, they have given a ratio over here. So this gives us a ratio of cost price versus selling price. So CP of, I'll do one thing. Sorry. I'll use SP only. Yeah. SP upon CP is gonna give me 19 upon 16. So they've given a ratio of SP and CP. Now, what is this profit basically? Profit is basically SP minus CP, right? So I'll do one thing. I'll calculate. I'll take this up. So the profit percentage is basically profit upon selling price. What is profit? Profit, sorry, profit upon cost price. What is profit? Profit is basically selling price minus cost price upon the cost price multiplied by 100. So in this case, I'll do one thing. I'll divide cost. Basically, I distribute the denominator. I get selling price upon cost price minus 1 multiplied by 100. So selling price upon cost price is 19 by 16 as they have given, minus 1 multiplied by 100. So 19 minus 16 is 3. 3 upon 16 is what they have given, multiplied by 100. So this I have to solve and get the answer, 300 upon 16. When I take by 4, it's actually it's percentage. Yeah, correct. 25. Yep.
Sir,
Tell me.
shouldn't it be 19 in the denominator?
No, selling price is greater than cost
Sir,
price,
because
right?
the cost price is 19.
No. The cost price for 19 articles. So cost price of one article multiplied by 19 is equal to selling price of one article multiplied by 16. Both the values are same. You should always remember that selling price is always greater than cost price, right? Hence, selling price
Yes, sir.
upon cost price, which means numerator is greater than denominator. So 19 upon 16 is absolutely correct in this case. Okay. Yeah, this
Yes,
looks
sir.
like 18 and 3/4, I believe. Yeah, 18, 46, 72. Yep, correct. So this looks like 18 and 3/4.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I
Tell me.
got the answer as 15 by 19%.
Yes, sir. Even I got the same answer.
I am assuming you might have made a
No, sir, I got
team.
18.3/4%.
Sir, even I got 18.3 by.
Okay,
Even I
I'll
got
give you.
18.3/4.
Okay, my dear children, I'll give you justification.
Sir,
See,
even I
this
got 18 3/4 only.
ratio, if by chance you guys have reversed this ratio, then you will get the answer as 15 and 15 by 19, which is definitely a wrong answer. I've already explained to you why is it a wrong answer. This ratio should be 19 upon 16, and over here also in the denominator, if instead of cost price, if you're considering selling price, by mistake if you have considered selling price, then also you will get a wrong answer. Okay, so just note of that, just have a note of that. Okay, so this procedure is correct if at all इधर कुछ अगर गड़बड़ हुआ और इधर कुछ अगर गड़बड़ हुआ, इन दोनों जगह से कुछ अगर गड़बड़ हुआ रहेगा, if any mistake has happened, definitely you will get the wrong answer. Option 2 is the correct answer, kindly note. Okay, I'll just wait for few seconds before proceeding to the next question.
Sir, will you be sharing the recording of this session with us?
Yes, absolutely, I will be. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank
Uh,
you.
this meeting is about to end. Let's do one thing. Let's exit the meeting and then join again. Okay.